Hello and welcome back. This is 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘, and when we sit down on Fridays, you know we are bringing you things concerning marriage, family, relationship, and every other thing concerning that. Today we have a very trivial question on board, and that is our topic for today. But before I delve into the topic for today, Ghana has a few days left to celebrate yet another birthday. Yes, Ghana will be 67 in a few days, and the road to independence hasn't been a small joke. But this is where God has brought us as a country, and so we are celebrating our motherland. So the whole month of March is for us to celebrate us as a people, as a nation, and of course our culture, our heritage would also come to play. So if you see us from next week Monday in our traditional outfit, this is just it. It's the Ghana month for you. And our topic, my guests are here and they are looking at me, but our topic for today is why is divorce high in contemporary marriages? So the then and then the now. What was the rate of divorce in or during our grandmother's times, our mother's times, and what has been the rate this time around when it comes to us? So this is what we'll be discussing. I have been joined by the Right Reverend Jeremiah Amo Morrison, who is a coordinator for pastoral care and counseling. That's the Methodist Church Ghana, and he is the past bishop of the Winneba Diocese, and of course the very Reverend Dr. Abraham Boateng, a lecturer with the Trinity Theological Seminary. Love like if you look at his shirt he's wearing today. If the cameraman can zoom in for me, the shirt, love like. So anytime he steps here and I say love like Sobolo, you should know where it is coming from. So love like. So yes, it's right on his chest, right there for you. And Asafumami Juliana Akushe, a licensed family life counselor and a grief therapist. So they would help us understand the topic we have chosen for today very well and what we should do, of course. So sit back and enjoy. Osafu, welcome.
Thank you.
Ma, welcome.
Thank you.
Our bishop will join us soon. When we talk about divorce, then everybody has mixed feelings about it. Myself, when I hear divorce, sometimes I'm a bit afraid to mention the word itself because I know why I'm saying that, but this is where we find ourselves in. What were we doing? Okay, so first, what is divorce? Biblically, legally, socially, and from your own opinion, Osofo?
Me first.
Yeah, you first. Stand first.
Okay, so I want to say good morning to our cherished viewers. So you can't award divorce, blanching. There are one. There's a. If you have to understand, I don't know what say our day. Your customary marriage, your ordinance, and the two na Muhammad and the another context. And say customary, you was sending a jai customary. Say I register, I was sending a jai. But I'm finding say a fear dear. Other than sake ukadante. Look at how me be any jai our no a good and a quan. Na yewi say about ordinance na your procedures just a court of competent jurisdiction adia ya sense and a court na timi ka say ya fa evidence ya fa they were presenting nyina no na any court na declare no amount certificate of divorce na just say ukwa awade mu by cap 127 ordinance na afi we free mo and no the two dynamics e wo nyame anim nso biblically no nyame bo awade senka yenjai forever and ever. So we say what God have put together. Let no man, including you, the groom and the bride, the couple.
So a man shall leave his father and mother, and the two shall become one.
In contemporary, and then the argument is, has God put together? So if God put it together, then nobody should. But that's going on. That is not our enough for now. So basically, these are the stages. This is what is involved. So we are okwa wadi mna fe wejai, and then say divorce basically. Yeah.
And what is your own opinion?
Interesting. Me answer me divorce is a idea a thing. It's a painful thing. It's a difficult thing. Entesenka ubia from, but it be what is son, yes, you can. Mark chapter 10, they asked Jesus. In the beginning, God made the intention that nobody should go in and come out, but because of the stubbornness of our hearts, because of the realities of life, because of one or two issues, people will go in and want to come out for whatever reason. But the church, we hope there should be no divorce, because divorce have a lot of effects. Yeah.
Remember, when we come to you, say, baby, you do need to divorce here. What is the church's take on it? As of mommy, many divorce here, many divorce, and why have we gotten to the stage?
Now, good morning.
Good morning
to our cherished viewers, and happy new month to you all.
Thank you.
Divorce is a painful thing, like my son said. Marriage was intended to be lifelong, both by God, by society, and by law.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a lifelong thing. But circumstances and situations and issues may arise that will not make it lifelong. The first thing is marriage is supposed to be enjoyed, not to be endured. So if you are not enjoying the marriage and your endurance level is capped, there's no way. You have to back out.
You have to back out.
If you can't go. It's like a prison to you, a hell to you. You've made all the efforts. No fear, no live, more fee. No fear, not fear you here, or fee. And the thing is, you should be one. So in the book I'm going to write, I call it marital suicide. You can't kill yourself.
When will the book be ready?
I
can buy one.
I'll launch it here.
Okay. Wow, interesting.
Marital
Thank you very much. That's it.
So when you can't endure it again. You've given it all the necessary help. People have helped you to resolve it, and still you can't replace. But I don't subscribe straight to divorce. I subscribe to separation. Once you are separated,
what's the difference between separation and
there's a
divorce?
difference.
Okay.
Separation, you can come back again if you decide to come back.
We are touching 5 years. There
are people. I knew a couple 3 years ago. They had separated for 7 years. They have come back. Their children, when their children grew up, the children talked to them. Mommy, no, if you're here. I mean, and the children help to bring them back. So when you are separated, you can come back again. But divorce, yeah, especially if it is a legal thing, they have given you the certificate. You can't go and tear the certificate again. So
but we can get married again. Go back and get married.
Not
again.
the same person. Not the same person.
Legally, not the same person.
Legally, and also legally, Mr. and Mrs. Boateng married.
And they have divorced. So we can't go back and get married again.
That I can't tell, but I haven't seen that experience.
I think the lawyers can help, but it's open. But the lawyers can help. You can, but the lawyers
There's
can
a
help.
little twist. Remarriage. You can talk to that. But like I said, so if you can't solve it your own way, you brought in professionals, family members, churches, and friends, and still pass through separation. Maybe as you are away, you'll be thinking of yourself. Absence makes the heart fonder. And while people talk to you, you too are missing certain things. Hey, you'll be thinking of certain things, and maybe you come back. So the first option, if it comes critical, my first option is go through separation first. But I'm talking this with a heavy heart. We are not judging anybody.
Who is divorced here?
It's very, very painful, like some say. It takes a lot of pains and to come back to take that decision, because it has long, so many consequences. First to you, your spouse, your children, your family, your society. I mean, anybody who is related to you.
Is that why they say divorce is expensive?
Very, very, very expensive. Physically, socially, and even your relationship. I mean, your friends. now that you are divorced, when they are with you, they are looking you with a
especially
the way
social stigma.
The way
when you are in a marriage that nearly killed you, and you are still in social stigma.
Now, like, I know you've heard some. Oh, what to be brave? Rebecca said, "Oh, wait, but warrior jai a taro forever and
like
ever.
You are a failure.
Like you are a failure.
Like a failure. That's what she couldn't work on her marriage. Because people have met certain issues like you have, and they have been able to overcome. But it is a personal thing, and it is relative. What I can take, maybe you cannot take. So we shouldn't be judgmental about this and put them all in the same block and say these people, they are divorcees. It is a bad thing that we do.
You have been married for a very long time.
Yeah.
You've been married for a very long time. In the olden days, people were able to take a lot of pain. They were able to take a lot of quote and unquote nonsense, but they were taking it. So, sorry for my language, but quote and unquote nonsense, they were taking it. How come we are learned? What is school? What is school? What's our what is school? What chuni? I mean, we know the nooks and crannies of all these, yet we go in and then we come out. What were you doing that was right? What are we doing that is not right?
In the olden days, one, we respect family. We don't take family for granted. The mere fact that they will say, "Akushe, shia manager." Ni manage a marriage. It is a scar on the family. So you think about that. And especially when they are sending you off, they say, "Come on, Jubano, you are an ambassador of this family. So do the good that you know, so that you will not come back." In fact, as of Ghana, we don't do it openly. But your parents will sit you down and say, "No, Yane, Una." Like my mother said, "Any time, and you respect the family because they supported you in every way. So you don't want to bring shame, so to speak, onto them. So whether you call Bokura,
that word.
And when you go, you know what they tell you? Tashi, ebahi. And that assurance alone emboldens you to stay in, because nobody, my mother said, Moko, he wonder. He wonder.
She be an
let me say this before I forget. Me, Papa, if it becomes physical, dear, that one, dear, I won't ask that you should wait. Look for the next available train for separation before you move on to divorce.
So once I'm about Sopo Morrison Hall. Hello, good morning, Sopo.
Good morning.
Hello, Bishop. Good morning.
Good morning,
Yes, Bishop. Pacho to say.
Good morning,
Me Pacho to say.
Good morning.
Me Pacho you. Anape me pacho ye da nyame ase anape wa be kan ye ho na ene ye can't divorce ho insensem what happened in the past and what is happening currently, because the rates no air cost through. In your own opinion, what is divorce? Your opinion is one, biblical perspective, socially and legally. Wait me am I in this answer na ye beto aso. Hello, Bishop.
Yo,
Bishop, me patch my volume there. What TV the one bra from Kakra?
No worry.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Bishop, patch my volume ni bra from Kakra. What TV volume no?
Volume.
Patch my name bra from. Na yen kasa wo phone ni so. Patch my.
Yeah. But go economic.
Mbachoi we.
Yes, it's supposed to be our no one. It's supposed to be a lifelong thing. That a warrior, yet until death you aspire. That is the concept of marriage. There's a near warrior between that this is not at the two thing. That was the concept in the past. Now, I so understand about one year never be. Of course, share being nature. So, of course, be to nature. It is here 7 years and son a few a big crap on that easier. You need another Senegal. Now, what be put now? A wife is share a book, and share fire and then 4 5 and woman the other side also. And so you also go with the name of the family. It's just going to be easier. And you see anything you are affected. Into them work at that. Yeah, a couple brother, if you say no go be a master. Into one, every old bra, in with that. You also say within that group of the to Asia, a bravo is a service. Walking that way wasn't competent. Or the monkey, you up and also once a bit of the way, while one our listener, now I will do and I will get on time about the memory. Then not joking way about it. Now, so everyone woman, now I will do or time to okay. Now, in that community, say, I will check about self on that area on that cap 127 on the vocal courts. So no all the baby are there or participation. Inside baby inside baby, I can work at the beer as the other gems and was married but what cannot be here? No, I can that's what can all is that not see judge and I'm magistrating 1 million judge and normal certificate of divorce to be for the baby.
So for you that's it. But so Ohoy, Obiba, no, or ya sorry, but no by Nessa or divorce here. Then a sorry never can't found. Then put in a bit me I fast as him.
I'm sorry, but there was a counseling committees. Echo as society very much. Your a marriage committee, your counseling committees like that. Or better to buy assembly. Now, if James Dawson said, yeah, well, it was to be some one fan because I saw people. Okay, it's the oven I saw it could be a committee. There was a sending, but didn't see no further with jail. You be to be. This is why you need there, yeah, not so yet. Can 127 the American no, what do court, not say. Mambra, Catholic marriage. No, I think, yeah, what time of my nation. No, that way you know, so I can say, anything what's the being doing, do my apple. Not be a child against myself, what will be there, or is that, no, we there. But Constitution can be there, said, a jail, why never born where or can I hope here, or they paddle, or never surrender, look up forward. I mean, now was a 1 month check. We still our there, now so the baby here, then I write, once I've made up my mind, that is all. That is it. I won't go back. But I saw you over to Viera, my son, our again, I saw it, no, what you know, with Viera.
So, in all your years of service as a minister of the gospel, when we say be a divorce, ama omwakwa omu say oh omukọ na anye yi until they want to come back. Have you also officiated a wedding like that? And what bibi sa answer that?
No, but I said by the grace of God 43 years this year, by this year going on Spanish. Wow. 43 years. Now
congratulations.
Awara a vaccination, no baby. I couldn't know. No, none but very unfortunately. Over there, our bank next year, the union and another decision, Omuko Akakoa, instead of Sanaba or Yeji. But this was separation never, a manner of what I knew. Utuayama about and was some decision.
Okay. Bishop Yadase, Pacho, hold on my yes, I back to studio, a best about on champion. So, okay. Let me be so say, as the church, what do you do? Maybe our society is different. What do you do when someone brings this information to you? Say, So for my bro, I want to go home. I want to go back to my parents' house. And yeah, I just want to go.
Okay, so Biba says to see I'm person Jawa there. Didi kind. Send mama any soft penny Bishop Akano. Bia you hear counseling. Say be tea na samuno. Be wa Dr. Bedikwachi I can't say Mrs. Party back who can say divorce, person Jaya. Na opese ye tea no.
Oh, okay.
The other call to listen.
But if the two of them agree.
No, to what you back over say person Jaya. Temba say me. Na who person tea, who person tea. Tea creating opportunity to say ye be tea way, near tea way. To be what you were counseling unit to be cost of.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. So be a been your class of war. Caretaker war, steward war. At least ni baba ko be wa sorry wa. Ya tete no. Obetimi ati nipa ni you know. Okay. Tell me one. The one sorry I say me jawa there be. They do be fa process. To atie na wie no nsem ne bi wo ho a e bia wona hu say de me fam na nye ana mas but utie na etie afanu na ka other factions no so other side no so who say na akoma no dwoboko ba fam na say mama ne bishop so aka no bi wo ho a ye tie wie no fine say ehuru gidigidi a ma no nyo separation we dey we kwatena ha adwo awie no afei ebetime aka abom.
No more separation in Kwala. Where do the children stand? Especially so muni and we have to take care of them to go to school. Any near my kikaho.
And he said, "What's we say major about they just who win until ye ba in soon so our reject the bar. Send mama boss make me a boss what did kind. Ye would dear ye jano and it would dear o jawa de. Two things, the one who is divorcing and the one who is being divorced. Two different things. So maybe now you are married to Mr. A. You love your marriage, but Mr. A doesn't want you again. It's not you that are divorcing. Mr. A is divorcing you.
So where does the social stigma stand in this?
I'm coming there. Then you also now you don't want Mr. A again. So now you are divorcing him. So he wants you. These perspectives come to mind. And he said, or no dream mofra or dream ebusiano, because in the heart of the one who is being divorced, deep in his or her heart, he wants the marriage or she wants to work. So that person, all things being equal, no bad dream a mofra, bad dream ebusiano. It's said not dream on a kumemono when them say a bit me a year. But the other bonny tim poso jan on pempi no dream mofra or dream ebusiano dache or maybe bia. But I say,
And these days, who initiates the divorce? The rate is the same. But who does what in Bahu?
Biaka said, Pimpino, I said, a man, it's unsaid, no, and then Titi, Ubisaba, me, said, and then I feel name, our giant Costro. Dear, you who say, when people are empowered, so Quarcoo unim the rights, which is good. Unim the left or Juma, career woman, career man. Unim send you to me crown one.
For me, a career woman.
On Tenassi to say, dear Emma, men, I'm sending my match to find mine. So, ja, me main tea, between anything to young Quarcoo. Mental was sad, I'm at home. But so I can take care of myself. I don't need a man. And then you walk. I did be almost cassette, men, Trasima Beman show, so more band show. So our rate is sent to my at the send to my only friend, and ya, you go.
Change your son when.
I said, when you like. So, what is our dream? Born and no power dream. Now, you can't consider Usra Jai Unya. It's not true.
So, what is the truth here?
So, be a wager. I know maybe we come. Be a wager. There is an effect on the person. You may think that, oh, my Jai, I'm free. You are never free. Look. Take two wood, put glue, put it together, tight. Try to separate. You can separate, but some will be here, some will be here.
So that's marriage.
Exactly. Do you say that, oh, Bejano? Look, you will meet somebody to you who is better. But even Satan, even the demon you think was in your house, have some part, yes.
The devil you know is better than.
Has some part that you will miss, that you will need. Oh, Inti, young Yawari, my own toy. Literally, But dear, we can so quite a yamano. Fine, but kum. To do a jar worrying no, but could be no.
There's always an essence of regret, especially with the women. I've known most women, well, yes, they say, oh, at that time, maybe my level of maturity, if I had understood it this way, I wouldn't have something.
Can we make ourselves understand this whole thing? So that we won't get to a point where we are regretting our actions? Because the moment you sign the paper and it's taken back to the court and court stamps it and it's nullified, you can't go back to it.
Let me tell you an interesting thing. A legal officer told me that that's why they let divorce proceedings take a long time. They frustrate you.
It's all brand now got
and in the course of it, you may think, oh, after all,
your money, your resources, you are tired. So
baby, I'm trying me, baby.
I agree with you because last weekend I was sitting at home with my dad. Someone came to ask him a question. I mean, he works with lawyers, so the person asked, "Oh, can I divorce? Say, and then the old currency, 120 million."
12,000.
I was like 12,000 cedis. Like, why should I pay 12,000 cedis to a lawyer to bring something?
Marriage.
There were divorce lawyers who are experts. Open in Tema.
International say we pay
This is the average. This is the average.
The average 12,000 is the average.
And when they
plus your transport, your this, your that.
When there's property involved, how they have to quantify? They have to bring experts to measure. Like cumbersome process.
And when the property to back on Nimushi, now why you answer worry no. That was only Nichim.
You work legal technology. Lawyers never boy in party. But now, mammy come on now. Yantia say, in Pepe, no, say, our giant bar, your giant. And you may know a woman brepano. The children involved.
Whether they are grown or not.
Grown or not.
Whether they are married or not.
When them say will be worried, one out here and Chelbe worry, when you may do when you be. And so when now when you be, and a baba boy, a fine hooker. When you are mammy, yet tonight, when you saw for counsel, like baby South said, oh, my no papa. And I almost worry, I know my jar worry.
To my separating son,
it's answer won't soon, so it have a bearing on you.
What bearing does it have on me if my parents are divorced or they are separated?
Yes, there's a psychological formation of you that you are living with single parents who are divorced. So we have to deal with that issue in counseling. Before you did not divorce, your father and mother, maybe they divorced while you were a child.
You were not.
You didn't even know what happened.
That's what we call family of origin, where you originated from.
So must our parents even divorce and bring us to this stage?
That's what
because
we
if
are
I have
saying.
to go for counseling, and the counselor is going to ask me this question. Meanwhile, I wasn't even grown. I didn't even know what happened. I don't know the genesis of the story. I only grew up to know that my dad said this, and mommy also said that, and my older sister also, who was a witness to what happened, is also giving her version of the story.
Do you know that when you meet people who have lived with both parents, they behave differently?
How do they behave?
They have a different perspective to life, to bonding, to even marriage. The social context is different. Obia, one name I mean kwatna. Ewa dream fufro. Do opebema, obeya papa, amano. Obi so one papa na
to fill in that space.
Also say that again. Rewind.
Obi one papa kwatna.
Okay.
In fact, say me name papa
One
na
parent.
One parent, one papa nkwana atena. Say me kware a, me yire na me hwehwe no. Me hu o yire no say maame.
You want the person to fill the gap of a mother?
It's not say me swa no. When that
you miss that.
Miss that, so you have to feel it. Indirect. Oh, can't tell say me kware sa, but what dream?
It's a psychological thing.
What I say. It will be on ne papa so ne maame nko atena. Bema or bana kwemu no who bema no say father figure.
So yeah, that's it. By call your papa Bishop. Today I'm learning a lot of things. Hello Bishop.
Yes, ma'am.
Papa, you say Bissau. Now Methodist Church Ghana. What is our take when it comes to, or what is the process when it comes to premarital counseling? do we talk about the divorce? Do we talk about the what could even trigger us to say that we want to divorce?
Well, when it comes to premarital counseling, we normally think that at least about 6 months counseling would do. You go through a whole lot of processes. Urban there, or why, for example, a man, there, okay, a man who up there, they said they say you man, although you man not of water tax there, or man, obey China, wife, and see. And now the Okafa will be over Sana, wife, and friend, he sent you being so you do. And some of you also urban relatives. And we also welcome the in-laws, especially. The whole lot of other things. All of these come into being when we are having the counseling. And see, answer the Boko one, yeah, man, who never rupee, yeah, acquire the skin and I've been where you doing. I'm saying, yeah, maybe bad, get my finance. Get my finance, and I can other boyfriend number. What happens? All the baby, all the base, no, the moon to mention, the man worrying. And see, my all the pros and cons. It's about a 1 million, yeah, the boy being no one was in the BBSC. My feet now was not performed. There will be a chronic illness after 12. I feel too go on back. What happens? But then they are not there, but now. The many na Adzika, woman, you there, the many able to see. Now, you're generally there, the violence is for better for worse until death do us part. One baby, and they can't do it so easy, but implementation, not the answer.
So, for don't you think
there can be divorce? That is true. Bible can there. Said be careful, not careful, stop that alone. But after that, all the babies are. There's so much abuse in marriage. But now the baby, my minimum so befriending what's home. But I shall not say one or the one baby on ya. You can move out for the meantime. No, I can't be both was the baby or open Juma or which I'm both in white and turn. You saw how up the fear. All these things, so we let the people know all these possibilities are there, but we do not encourage divorce as much as possible. Plenty of other than divorce will be sued. Because the concept is to marry for life.
So for the concept is to marry for life.
Yeah.
I think what I can say, till death do us part.
Yes.
Now the issue of physical abuse, and then these two statements come to play in your head. Don't you think it's the reason why most people decide to stay in the marriage? Because you can't worry no catch till death do us part. Obviously, you catch say marriage is a long life thing. You don't go in and come out. So these two things, when you think about it, now physical abuse be mukra, nipa no better now.
That is why there is room for separation. So most times, honestly, the physical abuse and those things come from the man. Being do or what?
So money be to you. So money be to you.
No,
Okay.
A be so why that physical abuse. Obabanya wabo, then to be and unknown children or there's own transit to for the sake of the children. So when you move on, not darker be in hey, you mentioning, and then maybe will be say they'll play some roles. Now by Bessian or okay, now I'm going to play the role of the man. To go in more, go the maximum. Sit down. The whole after being okay, the organization say, I'm not treating my wife fairly into a standard, and then they came together. There's another user story. It's the Bessie because my one day up there, Oja Nukun. Now, the name, okay, Mamma, it will be. Lazy banana, let's say. Then no, and the pastor got you be a come in answer the man, no, the man Obama a dream, so the woman started doing that. Also, what just a come, they are from Taffy, although baby no sound for the mammy, or no mammy say. I feel Pedajana and also the bill. No mammy say, do not know on near a good beer. I wanted you to look at your own self. Now, Nana tell you could in a fado. Oh, the assistant wa bravo in Zamaya, I fear about the Ukuna Pede, each other. And so these things all come into play. If you are I for Washington open board, being at the said, what a day or two, no separation be, but now I think it's not said between young Sabbath out. Zamri and my name, Porto, Moncana, Yensan, Yen from them, Watson. I say, when people are courting, they do a whole lot, they promise 7 on them. Or go on, I can't be before. Why that? It is when you go back, Sankofa, that wash a corner, wash out there, Obo Warren, why it will be there, being basically Adinas and what's being to what they know. They do say it to me, the money, Nara. All my Yabana, you come together and then you can move on. But where the abuse is just so much, somebody can be verbal, not only physical, but somebody verbal. It's all about the man. If you pray seriously about it, you could be a being fair and not fair. Now, the bone and cracker, one reason comes into play. You come back and you move on from there.
So yeah, that's it. Now counseling session for couple now mobile wiring. How long does it take? Does it vary from person to person?
It depends on circumstances. The people we go from school. The schoolmates, another a year or two. Now, I studying from afar.
Okay.
About like we said, about 6 months minimum to about a year. And all quick people, this one you only announced 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I think you are worried. I believe that within a year, that should be a reasonable good in time enough. And when we so hard, what to know at the initial be is smart. For example, I found out a 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘 mentalist, a chorister. Now, I born a mouse, Baba Bajo, my policy. It's not because I want to be a chorister, because I want to marry now. One of the sheep in wolf skin, wolf skin, sheepskin. And the Mr. Cow, we are. But can't have work for the SUDRC. There was on a serious matter, I think, but there were 2 choruses there who is a co-work for the and now being a bad or pedo war, same patron do. Oh, yeah, see the very good chorus, or yet I didn't see upon you should go away. After Kufurna, if you dare say, a printer, it is a war, but to myself, if you dare say, well, I want to quite most of to go there, my come back. Yeah, we also want my radio was local. What do you think about? Sometimes, or Baba there also in human or one year that can be so. That is why there's the need to have a long enough time. When people say, this will be all the time I can people walk behind the scenes as it were. Today, NIB, no friend on NIB, National Education Bureau, was showing them up cheap and son will go ahead. But these days, the big guy in the temple now, so even you know, or so, but there's the need to go through all these things to ensure that if there are any hidden things, they come out and send us a good trial. In spite of all these, that's a penny trial.
Papa, assembly are okay. As Methodists, you name same way now, especially the youth, because of the high rate of divorce here. Is it that we should find time and talk to ourselves? I mean, periodically, answer premarital counseling, baby mukra.
Yes, when I was in Trinity, that is 1980. My practical for now, I get so many. I did, yes, the associate Bishop Break one.
Mamprobi South. Yeah, Mamprobi South. That's right.
My before I was so pleasantly surprised. No, almost every Sunday we open our Sora. one man can see and watching. No one that's why you can some people one dresses no one super a whole lot of things. The answer na obo do David no more primary and na we bring you maybe you want to actually tell me about myself. For example, I attended a media school at Sokoto for 6 out of the 8 years I'm elementary school. But my father told me, Kwame, I media school did not so a year of media. But then because those days the echo school Sunday to Thursday, Friday the echo mosque, the echo because that was the Ahmadiyya Muslim thing. But he told me point blank that in your Methodist new in your Cremo school in Asunya Cremoni. When I was a missionary agent in 1916, nobody owned or their missing house 1916. So he kept that in me. Then look, economics for that don't make you a Muslim. It's in the same way, sir. Yes, I saw you from both male and female. It's never mission. That's never who when they grow, like the say, train up a child the way one is already you know the Catholic. It said, yes, as now, every man, when you from man who is a good one more who job for that be so, and before us, wash a job or who she. Papa is when I have a mesmer. Ain't she born you know, no, damn the beings all day, you should catch a power as it were. The says, well, no, they say you must always be subservient to your husband. You know what the damn was he goes to that picture. Read up on them. So all the young from what is good, what is noble, what is ignoble. So all they were 2 more years. Now, my two obeying, they feel that right when you say, oh, and can they was in, hey, they will feel the people.
Yeah, so
anything happens.
So we best about hobby.
Okay.
Ma, is there any day in your married life that you felt that you were overwhelmed with a lot of things and you wanted to opt out? What did you do?
Not that I can remember. Because first, I made up a commitment. I told you I'm from a polygamous background.
Yeah.
He is also from a polygamous, and we realized that it is not helping. The best. So we made up our mind that whatever happens,
you are not going anywhere.
No, most of the time it is me who bring the trouble. But I remember my commitment.
So, Mommy, did you say that?
Oh yes,
you bring
I
the
did.
trouble. What trouble do you bring?
No. Well, you know my husband.
Okay.
We are, as our opposite is very, very great.
Okay.
Very, 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 very great.
So like opposite, positive and negative sort of thing.
Strong.
Okay.
The difference is that like from the sea to the sky. So when I do it, then
before
I come back. Just a look. We don't talk plenty. He doesn't talk plenty. As our communication is with the eye.
Also for
and we have our own love language.
Papa, good morning.
It's at a funeral.
Oh, he will come back and watch it. We'll repeat it later this evening. Papa, good morning.
Hey, Papa.
So when I got to that level, I just remember my own. I vow to myself. That's why I always say that sometimes, apart from the vows that we make, legal vows, we should also make our own vows. Because I said to myself, no matter what, I will not let a third party be here as sorry.
So today,
nobody, my late parents, his late parents, nobody, no friend, nobody. Like I said, I trust. By the close of the day,
we are done. We go back to the way things used to be.
So, to answer
Did
the
you hear
first
what
question,
saying?
To answer the first question now,
okay.
The family has helped in maintaining marriages.
So the
like
family
I said, the family,
for you?
Yes, the family. Then, now, I don't know if it is positive or negative, level of education and our economic level, I can take care of myself and my children, so I don't care. So I let it know, let me pack, I can take care of myself and my children. So sometimes...
Were you working by then?
Oh, yes, I was.
You're working full time?
I was with the State Transport Corporation.
STC. You work with STC?
Oh, yes.
Wow. Okay,
For
so you were working?
For 17 years.
So you were working, but you didn't go. You stayed.
I did.
Olden days career woman. She stayed. But we current career women, what are we doing about it?
Now I want to say something about what Mama said right now. When this is high level maturity.
So did you face that?
No, let me comment. When somebody tells, I am part of the problem.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, accept that.
Oh, men so. Say, maybe I can say, me crew nenya, me nenya. But it make us say, oh, men so me to me say, manye ABC. And I'm say, yeah, me way. Not just say, not just say you are matured. But then you know, say, morning,
the rest of the four is what about you?
That is let me. Until Pempi, your dream say, me nenya, me crew nenya. But what did you also do?
The person is an impatient man.
Impatient man. What fuels that?
If you don't fuel that impatience, it wouldn't escalate.
And you have to help to build each other up. So you work on your marriage. I always say that marriage is like a garden. You wet it. Wet W, you work on it. G, you put in effort. T, you have time to trim it. So every time it is, if it is wet, it is green.
God never from
and the words happen. Now, maybe because I don't know, and she don't even wet there, and I channel. No, let us check with them.
Yes, boss.
Mother and son for you.
But these days, do we marry the family or we marry individuals? And in the olden days, do they marry the individual plus the family, or they marry the family and leave the individual?
Okay, now because we are in a cosmopolitan setting, beyond I feel no, me 2 crime, I better than crime. I tell me what tapa, no kumase, no tamale.
What's the honey now?
The honor mete.
That 3 places no.
Oh, yeah, me dear example.
Okay.
Ebia mabusi and full free, me enzemaning ebia. Not my watamale. My tamale 15 years. My share obi watamale. Ah, you pass ebia you worry, you need me at home. First no, nankofo bebre no yet community, the same area. Now we're boosting a phone in my boosting a phone. And I take a picture of me in where you're born. I will
the same area.
Born and many Mondays lab, many White House, many but families know themselves.
Oh, White House, no check. But me check a no here. Colleague on no ben.
KG to the whole world. And he KG to you.
Oh, okay.
Until we know ourselves. Be an individuals, cosmopolitan area, Accra. Obi free Sefi, Obi free Sefi, Obi free Wasa, Obi free Quarcoo, Obi free Yabeshia. Yes, she no abusuya back in ho. Afe na die ko yi ho ade a kire abusuya. Yes, ye ko ware abetena nkan ha. But first na ye maame e kan ye ware atena ye kuro nketua mu. Nti no maame bo abusuya bo we bo. Yeah, before women we marry into families. We don't marry individuals. That is why last time I work we don't have anything like engagement. Ours is customary marriage.
The 2 families coming together.
2 families, even not to 2 families.
Oh yeah.
Customary 2. We go attach yatanase. So it is family and family and family. Individual, single person. You can't start and say
engagement and no fear a whole. No fear baby bio.
Now change the word. It is customary marriage. Engagement is traditional. Engagement say when will be hello, I give you a ring. We'll be together. That is engagement, brofo. Engagement.
Okay.
But then a customary marriage. Our dear.
The fact that we want to do a small customary marriage. You said 10. You said 10. I'm a chami 1-1. Also for 1-1.
If you're chami crying,
it's all right.
1,000 for Peona. Also for you. So that one is it between 2 families? Because may 10 pay. May 10 out of the whole family.
They are representing the family.
Okay.
That's why, let me tell you, that's why when there's this traditional marriage, the first 5 people,
the first
2
5
representing the woman's side, 2 representing the father's side. The mother's side.
Mami ke papa say.
2.
Mami ke papa say.
2. The other side 2. So if they are 1,000, they should just get us 2 people to represent them. That's all.
Tina, you find share dream. Our dear no, and you who
numbers. It's not numbers.
Na ubisa assembly say kwa wa betumi aka. Eniema ema awarijaya e koso. De di kan. Eye say yennim ye ho. Pepe no what be sa question be a bit lead me who one person worry but so penny can bishop can baby you two your boy said that who said now or your wine to know ourselves the di obi say obe worry what damfo obi a utime no say mama ne papa can itimi dia grow itimi sre itimi friend somebody can be a friend. Important? Very key.
Someone you can joke with.
Joke with. You can fight with. You can smile with. You can gossip with. You can tease. Oh, fair yeah.
You can propose with.
Fair quick.
Yeah. The thought will be somebody who accepts you for who you are. Look, love is not enough. I can love you, but I will not accept you. I like you for who you are. So, oh, fine. The Edruna Minton, me per Bema warranty, would be about men fanasa, and Kamakuma Mupa, Nadi and Kamempe. But that time, they drew no. Now, yeah, the man, I was me fanasa about me. But Wakuma Munankasanka, Wunya, somebody who will accept you for who you are. So, we are Bunani, we are Planning, we are Quani, somebody who accept, who not say, oh, no queer, no queer, the beer, the hope. The first would be. The ama rate na ekosro no so say infidelity X factor into waware na nso obi hye ho ye ka say side chick na chicken kwa side boo side hen side cock
MB marriage but available
nyina hye ho na yako old student meeting
ni say boo
na ko old student meeting now old student yare nsa enimire yesre overnight wa wuti me wonim de ya woye ni nyina infidelity a contributed to high rate of divorce. The next financial issues sikasem se na me ma me akire mu next sex and now one some wa wadiem ya ma me na mo ye nua no ma.
What's the percentage of sex in marriage or in a relationship?
Oh, sex
it's a personal thing.
Yes, every day
a relative thing.
If you have
the power, the strength,
why not?
Whatever.
And
the time.
And even the location.
Oh, did you say time?
Time. If you don't have time, you are working the whole night.
8 to 5.
And maybe you like the night session.
How
can you?
Anyway, you're going Papa Bishop.
If I will count that, and now you cut to be and then I communication. You are worrying and seeing to me near home. And I said, I do away go school. Upon I do anyways if you pack your way. In 24 hours, how many times now? Second, only didn't come up. When you didn't come up, communication. And to me near home come up into to unim dear foul. You don't care.
That's the time factor I say you should put into the relationship.
Okay. Mama, yeah, that's it. So for that's it. Bishop.
Yes, ma'am.
What are some of the factors that contributes to divorce these days? Not the olden days. We are talking about this current time.
Reverend Dr. Boateng, one is about side issues. Who God has put together, those who God has put together, let no man put asunder. What I thought I remember doing there, who God has put together, let no man put axe under. When you use the axe into the other, the second hand can't last when you use the axe, you approach the whole thing, and that is correct. See, now the question of infidelity, very, very key. Then the question of the phone. We share, Dr. Boateng can be about communication. When you have a few penny on the phone, you talk on the phone. No, be a whole lot of things. Say, oh, baby, obese, but no, brother, phone, hey, not my phone. No, it's creating a whole lot of problems. All students in your meeting, but now, will be no, unfortunately, I got something to be a program, which another year. All terms so bad 2030, I'm 15 years. Won't share that. Not your no pedal warrant. Now, your friend, if you know, corner, so many quick time, this means I will go on it. Or go work with me every a pedal day. Is that about? I mean, ye pet, what's it? Like Momo, as on the picture. You see,
That
all
for
of these things. And then other times so sometimes even on the day of marriage, I feel near. Nigerian and also this even sharing of food on crack for somebody. It do baby so even interfere differences. The way even interfere brought up, even though they are siblings and why interfere. Obi even someday if they be let's take even your friend the toothpaste. That would be the toothpaste. You two or suck this brush, you two need them on Sunday. You bought watching and watching. Obey me and also many people, we said, other than we were brought up differently. It's maybe a while, or you two now, you see how about time, but infidelity is the main cause. That much.
Who is affected?
Infidelity, lack of communication, especially at this form. But so many times, I really number of maybe son, Mamba war, Sweden, no, the car, no, the call, no, invest in Winneba. Now, my 4 car was Sweden, them, Rabba, Kufuria back. And no, before the Berlin. Yet, the Sweden station can go. It's a market, say, oh, you are not. Or the car goes Sweden. Another time, so for me, called the young mission house. No, sure. So for, oh, more few are, the open America say. So some of these little things. Yeah, be take it to be like a baby soon. Now I can't be your. And see,
so for that's it.
Infidelity.
So for that's it.
Obeying what it can be. Obey them na ban. What's it gas control for the fire? Or the baby, if you know, or no back into a bunty. It's a basic time. Oh, you
Bishop.
These are some of the little causes.
Bishop, my beautiful lines here. That's it. Pass it. Odiwadjunchen so ababe kan yen komodi ni hu. 0256253461 0256253461. Yasanya can say esema ye kika wo hanina a divorce. What was our parents or what was our grandparents doing then? What are we doing now? What is the difference? What are we not getting right? Until so far, with me. Oh, hey, 𝗦𝗍𝗲, good morning. After a very long time, like 3 weeks now. Hello, good morning, 𝗦𝗍𝗲.
I'll be very busy with work.
Did you get our message yesterday?
No.
Oh, yesterday we asked of you on screen. We indicated that wherever you are, you should make sure you call us. And today you have called. So God heard our prayers.
In fact, I've been very, very busy at work.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My shifts have been tough a bit. And yeah, easy, but today I decided to just make time and then listen. I really like the Friday session. I don't want to miss.
Hey, don't miss it. Don't miss any Friday session.
Yes, and most of the times I play repeat. I mean, after work, 9:30 p.m. when I'm going home, I play repeat and then I listen. Then I go home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So on the issues of divorce, on it being on ascendancy, I don't want to say I don't agree, but I am of the view that there was divorce in the olden days as well, compared to their population then. So for instance, if we are 20 million and they were 10 million and they had just 100 compared to our 200 now, I think it's all about the same. Just that they were not recorded. That's how I think. They were not recorded. So then we wouldn't really see, because we heard stories about people going to stay with their mothers, going to stay with their parents, leaving their husband, but these things were not recorded. Okay, so on the issue of the causes of divorce, I found an interesting article. I really wish I could have time to read some more. It was published in 2021 on why divorce occurs in Ghana. And to buttress what Osofo Mame or Temso, Osofo Mame say wait, and was the MBA married but available. So I really like Osofo Mame's terms. I enjoyed them. I say they said something about females were more likely to divorce. To divorce, and it's true. In fact, they said the research said that females would divorce after 9.68 years, whilst men
so close to 10 years
would divorce at 16. So a man can be in marriage for at least 16 years and a woman for at least 9 years.
9 years, okay.
So it confirms the fact that women are more likely. And then in terms of age, a man, the average age for women divorcing is 40 and men is 50. And for infidelity, it is the number one thing they found. And when they explain what infidelity is, they indicate that infidelity is, in this premise, is one, sleeping with someone else, giving attention to other women.
Let's finish up this, and then let's have the rest of the arguments behind the screen.
Oh. Thank you so much.
Anyways, there are a lot of people on the line, Kwesi. Wait there, fetch me why? You better come on later. Hello, good morning. Oh, what's up with me? 0256253461.
Yeah, I was saying that.
So
and also,
40 and 50 years.
Yes, it's what we call the plateau state of marriage. So people who have been married, last time we were explaining, from 8 years, 9 years, they've seen everything they have to see.
So it looks like they're tired.
Kind of. And let me add one.
And how do we revamp them?
We have to spice the marriage.
How?
And that's Mama have SSS, Mama have more terms.
We move from our homes. That's why you're caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Reverend 𝗟𝗍𝗲, our friend Free Cape Coast there.
Hey, he's a noble man.
Reverend 𝗟𝗍𝗲 is
a noble grantor.
Okay.
Wonderful program.
Thank you.
Now, I want to talk about just two things. Number one, as the saying goes, nothing good comes easy. Now, many institutional realities are more important than the family. Because it's out of the families that build people to build the community. So when you go into marriage, part of our definition of what marriage is, concluding that sentence, not say to build a home that cries the head. And so we have that big responsibility, and it comes with a lot of pressure. In the marriage, no matter how good the two people are, they will still have to endure some things to some extent. Until when you go through the marriage and you have difficulties, try hard and endure, give thanks to God and do your best. And then the second issue I want to talk about, Reverend Dr. Martin talked about it. There, and two people being compatible, being friends. What I say in my church these days often, the my friends say, if you have feelings towards somebody, it's not a sin. Local communities and families in taking decisions. You move to baby, any immediate family is our church. It's in my opinion, and I always tell the young people, if you fall in love with somebody, catch a water pain, catch a softball, catch a counselor. One boy, while you are going out to the person, you know the relevant questions to ask. And then be a boss, I mean, by young people, a lot of them wobble. Yet in common, you realize that even though the two of you are good people, when you come together, you may have challenges in your marriage. I advise them, and they end the relationship. Okay. We will have challenges.
That's it.
I was just adding that the final thing is why we have high rate of divorce is that there's no reason for divorce. People just want to divorce.
There's no reason?
Yes, for some people.
They
want their freedom.
Because it can be worked on.
And one psychologist is saying that it's a social trend. It's like freedom. That's the era with Gen Z era.
Hello, good morning, Hammond. If I bring you up like here, that's it. Hello, good morning.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Good morning.
Yes, Hammond. What is saying?
I'm not doing what I was doing. All right. So I think when Bishop Ekasano, I rushed through to see in the SO if I could find any procedure for the premarital sex. SO 742743 talks about marriage and divorce.
Why are dear? Bonzemao. This shows that you are not only watching, but you are also confirming. Yes.
Yes.
But of course,
we are all learning. Each day we learn.
Yes.
You see, one of my problems is that I don't know if it's possible as a church, Sabina structured premarital counseling procedure. You see, it is beautifully stated in our SO for marriage and then divorce. My overall society, how I share one about marriage is different. Because society, how I share the young people about marriage is different.
Okay.
Sometimes it makes certain things difficult. Or to say, as a church, because some churches do have. If you can have a structured premarital counseling procedure, I believe that it's also help educating our young people about marriage even before they get into that institution.
That's it.
That's a similar thing.
Meaning say strategic plan. I can't tell. I think there's a structure in the strategic plan. Yes. I'm saying 6 cities was 10 cities. At the head office in
yes. Used to be 10 or 20 cities. Background houses has a booklet on the whole thing. Communication, finances, stuff like that.
Okay, it's a crowd houses. Maybe it differs from each diocese to the other.
No, it was intended for the whole connection.
Okay. There's a guide for it.
But once again,
Hammond, please. They said there's a guide for it, so please search. And then, hello, Uncle.
Go to Crowd House's office and find out if that book is available. And maybe if it's not being used in your circuit or your society, you can help them.
Okay. Hello, Uncle. Hallelujah. You're calling from 𝗟𝗚𝗙𝗘.
So for me, I'm the now. I'm with I don't know this. I will just some now all kinds of now about them.
No, I can't say on pesa obeti divorce. On pesa obeti sa wed ni kwa. Because no one why 45 years.
Be positive.
On pesa akasa ni kwa on be.
You know,
I'm very
happy. Thank you very much.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, that's it. Uncle Hallelujah, they're afraid, you know. In the days where we do.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. But who is affected the most when it comes to the divorce? You indicated that children. Now, family need it.
Apart from the stigma that it goes away, but they soon get over it. But the children for life.
Children, are you talking about the young children?
But up to
how?
Okay. Professor 𝗟𝗡𝗘 explained Adramang.
Breaking.
Hello, Evangelist. Good morning. Hello, Evangelist Robert. Good morning.
Hello,
yeah, Adishi. Who prefer Sunyani?
Oh, Mama, many items program for the Cassie. Sunyan.
That's it.
Program many items for this time, a man about you know. Nada, send me a papa and Kayano. Or come back to Fortuna, or some of the Sassan and dear so. If you say that I don't want to bring me and send that to me. I don't know what can you know upon me. I don't know what you're going to do. But you will say, this Saba. In your men, I yes, soon, no. Upon my palm, you know. I saw 4 Pamma, you know. I did 4 Pamma, you know. And no, a year go feel because who come the same one or similar and yet Jacqueline. In your member, I couldn't want nothing and guess no, to me, Contompo. The way Janapano fee. Obigina, she had to see me in a becum. Original Simigina, Sana Dano, and a dear what go, and now for some 41 night, or some down for Pumpa, and then I told so. I would team a dear, you know, my mum meant to sweaty, and now for home, and so good our day, and she has said, yeah, while I am chewing floor, and now for home, and here for Kubo. Let me search you for.
So, amen. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they can say Professor 𝗟𝗡𝗘 at the Adramang. Now, say if it more ukekakla. Until yeah, warrior. there's a bond between you families in the small village.
So it's like a circle.
So when there's divorce, there's knife, pa. As we have divorce, Chakpa nika wotin agbedebe no okay unim ba na ni hobiem me hu kra metreo me hu amebu anichie wo de ntotonye nti eja awade a eha ye ewo mu no eha emofra eha oman eha asore menim nkrofo a me amaso ma me do ni masem we pa Ernest Bruce also we ja Ernest Bruce isan say na aware na gu bi a so nkwa asore bi
Oba nkwa so
oba onko biom isan say be ma ne wo ho
okay man worry
but it dramatizes her. She can't go to the church into a jai.
People look at her with a different eye now.
Our giant so maybe in America research me says wherever divorce rates are high.
Sophia. My question, hello, good morning, Sophia. Hello, Sophia. Good morning.
Good morning.
If I show my TV volume number from Kakrawai.
Good morning. But I make a sassy as saying a winter. They make an say that must say. Yet I must send them on sex. I'm on sex saying.
Sophia, me pacho me ntie wo wo TV ni mu. O kasa e ko pepepe nti ma volume na wo TV ni mu bra fo.
That's for my phone says. The mobile program. Pacho me ntie no.
Ene ma TV volume ni bra fo kakra my why.
Yo, pacho. Yeah, mobile I ask for my mobile program is some trauma mo se no. Mama.
Yes.
Pacho me no.
Sophia, yeah that's it. Yeah, that's it.
No, yeah. You can't say that. You can't say me say America won baby a crime rate was so pa no. Baby a single mothers, broken homes e wo pa. Nti wo ja wa ware no, wo jin say we jai. But enyen sunsan so crime rate e wo Ghana. Akwara no so okọ na mama ho onima. Ne papa nso teshin. And after things happen, the akwala no be no affect or no akwala no go affect me, it affect wo. Do be a giant aware no. Uko devastation, kwala go bebre ne bi wo ho a eno na me share bi wo ma me ja aware on papa no ma jai. Nti eno wo devastation. Obi wo ho a ye ja aware nti wantimi anya medical doctor, wantimi anko school. Ye ja aware nti relocation abam. Awari jaye wo ensunsanso bebre ye ja awari nti ekwa ekrase so na bia akwala no ko morning star no ko school we bia ne sande pa saso zo jai sanse hwan na behwe no
start wo DNA e da se
yes ye ko DNA yes bedu ho ele bedu ho share
local authority
ye bedu ho share
Los Angeles
yeah
that's what mommy. Now those who are contemplating divorce, those who are going through it, what would be your advice to them?
Like I said, they should think again. They should rethink and add more prayers. And like we have identified, you to identify your role. In fact, one of my lecturers said that you who want the marriage to succeed, it is you who will have to work on it to succeed. Don't leave it to the other party. Work your way through. And when you put in more effort with prayers, and with support from friends and stuff like that, I hope things will work out well.
Thank you.
It is a long journey, but it can be done. It can be done.
In a few seconds.
It's possible.
Okay. Basically, one, research America says nkofo bebre jawa de ekodi nkofo kunu no mo yire no machi.
Okay.
Aha. De to so bi no nkofo bebre udwin say obodie no nye, obi die na ye no. Last mekai, the grass at the other side looks green, but now we have rubber grass. The green we are seeing is rubber, artificial, it's not real. Me was series be me page. Nte bi omo mo hwe no ko Facebook ko hwe Abraham Boatena, Love Like Sobolo, betimi ya follow. And now ko YouTuber, no I search Love Like Sobolo. Ubenya ya teachings on some of these things. Nti ahwe phone so betimi enya e wo ho bebre.
You hear that say. Bishop. Hello Bishop. Your final words. Obi are contemplating divorce.
That is that marriage should be based on truth. See, if the foundation is lack of transparency, it crumbles. There have been many cases Obi or no this one. Or when we know about that can even lead to the divorce. And now when divorce comes, I'm afraid now watching them now after watching can. Mokom Papa, could all be seen in him. Apparently, who don't about another one back, Mokom Mano, and all of these things. And see, as much as possible, let us ensure that before we go into marriage, the foundation is strong, and then we build on that. When the differences come, let us try to solve those differences and then keep to our marriage vows.
Thank you very much, Bishop. So you heard from the Right Reverend Jeremiah Amu Morrison, who is the coordinator, Pastoral Care and Counseling Center, Methodist Church, Ghana, and of course the very Reverend Dr. Abraham Boateng, a lecturer at the Trinity Theological Seminary, Asapumami Juliana Akushe, a licensed family life counselor and grief therapist.
Now, one last thing. Okay. Marriage makes or mar your life. Okay. Make it work so that your life will be made. Thank you. Have a happy marriage.
Yes.
Miss so me and Miss na and then you want my bar. Call before I any more a better train come back shortly.
Therefore, ade ache bio. Ye call ye na so ye kodai. Ye radi adom nti. Ye nyina ya sorry. Emofra ko musuku. Edwumayfo so ko omunyuma so. Se wo son da yo, se wan son da yo. Ye ka kire sorry na shere. Sorry na shere dwumadie ya no kwabusu dwumadie bi a ye de bre yen. Se de be ya ye betimi enyini ewo hunhu. Na yenyi wo hunamu ne mpo etimi yenyini ewo adwene mu said ye be ya yenyina betimi akyekere oman na ya kyekere asafo na afie kra yetimi akyekere obusua
ye behwe ensem a ekoso wo oman Ghana mu eni wiase afa na nyina
ye befa ensemi efi ko wankrata mu ene abefo internet so
anape bia ye ensem a ema enidaso eni insatwaye ebebre ye de onyankopon asem bebre na ya hweso e de aboye bra afa kan ye hu anape bia na ye mfa enije nsem embre
enunti afa kan ye ho
Anita Quarcoo
ene Reverend Adzika Vincent Agdomena ewo Wesleyan TV so afa obetimi ahwe won WTV Ghana ewo Facebook so na afa Wesleyan TV Ghana ewo YouTube so sorry na sharing
wake up to a purposeful day.
Jumadie aboafo bi te se
All Insurance, multi-credit savings and loans.
Ana Methodist University Ghana ana aso yasem.
Hello, yasan ababiom and yatsna se die. Bosheba ewaha. Yebeka kovi hu ensensem. Good morning, Bosheba. Na uba ase kovi no kita. Ode fama me na meso min kita bi.
Me de be ma o.
Ah, okay.
Na ende de.
Oba sa uche afefo bi bi o.
Okay. Afefo enhwe na ho fesuo no. Se na ho fesuo no etie. Wo se be se obi an ho different no. Egofo bebre e de this brand no convince with other brands in the market.
Oh, okay.
But the person says COVID Tiger Nut powder, it was in existence since 2014.
Wow.
Not 2014, but now it's Sunyani base. It was based in Sunyani. Within 2020, not a trendy across, but due to one or two reasons, production side, but this time around, it is fully into existence. Yema will be atiasi eduani way. Ehunya se obi anko pebi na wonto na.
Why na betimi? O obi anko to bi. Obi betimi edi.
Obi betimi edi.
Den na
bodi ye kata ye de atadwe na ye.
Atadwe pe.
Ye nya kata atadwe pe na obi adwa kosi mema nko aso. Ene eme won wa no. Ye ya kan obi so obi ka che na ni kunu sorry ti. Enye mema nko asem. Bema no ubetimi edi. Because I self an anti-aging. Into a bottle be already no kama. Vitamin C
no wrinkles. Okay.
Calcium yema obia. vitamin C yemu obia, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium. Yemu obia nye memma nko a. Enti aduane we die obi a wontimi nni no eni pa ba kope.
Painful.
Painful betimi di. Do ma koda no for betimi di.
Okay.
Ni ba kope no ntimi ndi.
Why?
Nipa wo the doctor for akire say we allergic to atadwe beche tiger nut. Se wo the doctor ni akire say hu atadwe atwamu a hu aduane we so atwamu. Nanso se won kasa ekuo no hu de a aduane we waduane nie.
Say na metimi aye no. Me kan wo.
Oh, there be obi catch us say hu nyaja o dada o.
Okay.
Next week you beti ba ho an.
Na aye no wa ha.
Ya ya. Wo de wo sa fanso pegum enso hie enso nyunu enso de fa keke fama me na die. Painful bi a wo ti
sugar be kan o me de
milk. Ne ba choma mfa sugar kan na.
Ma betimi de milk kan.
Wa be sa be onu na e o de.
Edwani fa milk kan.
O de. Uze atadwie ebeka se nati unya sawo ni dada tiger nut so ye de dada uza di sugar ko kan ho ade ne se natural odi bibi artificial ko ka se wonum na ye ode obi tie mia ti ne se diabetic uzo bu o diabetes e chiri nyo ne bebre obi o fie na o pressure anase o diabetes a on di aduane we bi
say na betimi enya no obi diabetic patient be hwe obi nim obi a ono so
yes nti wonu o pe bi ato a na se o enkran ha o call radio gold obenya bi wo radio gold obenya bi wo tenated herbal center shop bi o Ghana obenya bi wo wato mo amo eyetema na bo ache
radio gold do chere radio gold station ankasa
receptionist wo do a also pe covid Ghana this akra dey friend the new minister of health and the doctor is stand to na dey so we na minister of health atisian of hwa to top mudin ye foto ni se nyare bebre ho no ma e ha ni peduana enya dru na sese wo fa constipation hawa aduane bi wo ha obedi ebe ma yimtim no beko obi wo simintimi na enya dru ye waduane bi wo ha obedi vitamin B ebo ma yeda ba to me kire ma education kakra mo amokoto anu ne ma mo da no mi mo bobi adi but auto ahwade o ya chon vitamin B1 and cyproheptadine sanyo ma na ma udi unumedru na be ma wada e wa aduane bi mu aduane e wo mu ni atadwe
ba shaba my contacts I betimi afre e bia na ye hu ba bia wo kire na ye fre wa
enti wo de hu a me mo numbers miensa fresh number ne say aduane we office bia wo bebi bia wo bia enkoda no maduane ni ebo ma pom de pinfo ma koda no fo wo duane ni mo nya no fo nsu bebo ni akoda no ho bai imam no mpedifo no blood and sugar level be regulate obi aduane ni breakfast on saka bia ibacho ye emfa sugar engum ensu pe ununum a eja nka ho o breakfast are ready na mani 0558
okay
0558 400 265 0558 400-265 and I said 0244 787639 and I have Vodafone number no and so 0200 777-277 yeah they say afutu obi enu a chance ma waduane enye wadru ene obi fiti ene kosi next week Thursday wa obetwem wo West Hills mo obi abenyaduane we be free
from ene echo
Thursday. Utwem go West Hills mo na hu se ko before ba pata wa wura ho o se bo shaba se me di bi ye be mo adi
me de me ntimi ma ho enti Friday wo ba na o de me
me the way ma me be se wo di we keke
enti me de ni ntimi nko West Hills
so this na wo se wani so atwampe a obega 3 wo
enti
na wani enti no dwa we de me de ma
enti me no bia wo hwa glasses me timi eja ihe
ude yesi di keke adiana no de oh radinyame
yo yeah that's it bosheba and that's it pa enti we ni akovi etumi ye numbers nso ye twegu e wo honom o pese o fro mo a we hu number ni kwa o frɛ yen wa ha e betumi e di number no e de amao me din e de misna ye twa ye ho abasisi aye ba e de ni aka no e ba be hyehyɛ so yeah that's it.
Gloria,
right, so thank you so much for staying with us from 6 a.m. till now. But before we go, we want to commend 𝗟𝗜�10 for a good job done. He has been soliciting for funds to help renovate some hospitals in the Ashanti region and beyond. And he has also taken it upon himself to get up from wherever he is, go inspect the progress of work. So this video is showing that the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Teaching Hospital renovation works is ongoing. The Mission Government Hospital too has been inspected by the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Let's all support worthy causes like this. A little you can give will go a long way to saving a life. On that note, we want to say thank you to all our sponsors, Downwall Insurance Company, Sankofa Natural Spices, KFK Foods, and of course, Multi-Credit Savings and Loans, the Methodist University Ghana, and the Methodist Investment and Properties Limited, MIPL. Thank you so much. This is weekend. You are going home. You are going to enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. Take good care of yourself. And of course, don't forget, carry us along because the weekend, we are not here, but the station is still here. This is WTV. Thank you so much for coming your way. Same time Monday morning. Enjoy the rest of our programs.